It is the Louie Belina Show, the Wednesday edition. It is the Louie Belina Show. 12 o'clock, Tony Catalina, Austin American Statesman. 12:35, monthly beer recommendations with Alan Ward of Brigadoon Brewery. Text and tweets. I'm joined now inside the Charles Schwab studio. Her name is Riley. She is my new producer, but you may have heard of her before. You did some stuff at A&M.
Yes, so I was a graduate student, but I also was a Texas A&M pole vaulter on the track team.
Yes, she was with the track team, Texas A&M, and she's looking to live that glorious life of the media, you know, sweating over hot typewriters. That hasn't been a thing for 25, 30 years. Have you ever seen a typewriter?
I've seen one, but
in a museum or in real life?
One. Yes, I've seen one in real life at my grandparents' house, but trying to use it, no.
Not going to happen.
No.
Riley is joining me because there was a story yesterday in which I wasn't familiar with the details, but this is a life she led. And this story is about how Venmo is now trying to protect athletes, because on Venmo, there's no such thing as a private profile. And that means that fans or just evil human beings can attack and harass the athletes and beg for money from athletes. And Venmo's taking action to stop that.
Yes, so a big thing about Venmo is I know a lot of people know, but you can contact anybody. Like if you want to request money, they do this little thing where it's like, ooh, do the last 4 digits of someone's phone number, but you can bypass that. So you can send anybody a Venmo request. And something that's been happening in the media, not just in college sports, but also professional athletes, is that you can send notifications if you find that person's like contact. So for instance, like Arch Manning is one person a couple months ago that fans were just harassing him constantly about it. Just they'd send him notifications and it went straight through over and over and over. And you can request 1 cent, 50 cents, $100, $1,000. It doesn't matter. And you can send and add in like the little text box terrible notes or like notification stuff about just anything you want.
You suck. You die. Things like that.
Yes, and also like sports betting, people will go on there and be like, you made me lose $1,000. This is how much you owe me. This is what I want.
So Venmo is now trying to protect athletes. What is the change? What are they doing?
So right now what Venmo's trying to do is they're creating hotlines, and basically if an athlete's getting harassed, you can contact Venmo, and they're trying to put stops and make preventative steps so that people don't have access to them as well, as much as they did.
I don't live in the Venmo space, so I will admit I was kind of shocked to hear, and then as soon as I thought about it for 2 seconds, I wasn't, that athletes are being harassed and okay, begging for money. Look, I get an email from a Nigerian princess who just needs some quick money and he's going to pay me back all the time. That's a part of life, right? But the part about you fumbled, you owe me $1,000 because I lost my bet. Wow. That's a new low. For me, that's a new low.
Yes, so over the years I was an athlete, I had seen it happen a couple times with just people here at A&M as well. Like they would just get random notifications and someone would then go on social media and they post, hey, I found so-and-so's social Venmo account, and now the whole world has access to your Venmo account, and they're just sending notifications. They'd get 10,000 notifications from Venmo, people requesting, oh, here's my number, blah, 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 I want you to contact me, or oh, you owe me this amount of money. So it's not just the money aspect, it's people are now, oh, we want to do a deal brand with you, like just trying to get to you as much as possible, and it's insane.
Do you think that preventive measures is the answer? No, it's not preventive. Sorry, reactive measures. Because if you're being harassed, you can only do something after, but there's nothing to stop it before. Is it enough to have reactive? Because isn't that what Venmo announced? Is that they now have reactive measures? You can report them?
Yes. So one thing I think Venmo really needs to hone in on is you can bypass that, the last 4 digits of someone's phone number. I think you should have to enter those 4 digits in order to be able to send a request to somebody. Because if you don't have them, then they can't contact you. It'd just be like on Instagram or Twitter or anything where you go onto that platform and you have to be accepted or follow them back in order to bother them in their DMs, notifications, for it to directly go to them. Whereas in Venmo, it's not like that.
Riley is my producer. She, former A&M track and field. How long did you do track and field total life?
So I started track actually when I was 6 years old. I didn't start pole vaulting though until right around 7th, 8th grade, and I was a gymnast before it, hopped in. My former coach was a world champion in the pole vault, and I've been doing it for almost 13 years.
Okay, see, and when, you first were rolling around and stuff, right? And this is what made me laugh, is like, pole vault. Because I know her, I think, track and field, and I go, did she do like pole vault? In my universe, how does somebody go to the pole vault? How do you sit there and go, I want to throw myself in the air with a spear that I can land wrong on the... I mean, pole vaulting actually can hurt. People think you're landing on this pad and it looks fun. How do you choose a sport that might kill you? And I might be exaggerating a bit, I know.
So, when I was a gymnast, doing bars, doing beam, you kind of had that fear factor of, I don't really care, let's just do it. It's all or nothing. So when I went into pole vault, I've always kind of had that in the back of my head of like, I am not afraid of anything, it feels like. So when I got on the runway and I got on the pole, my parents were more scared than I was. I'm not going to lie, because I've wrecked bad before.
You've broken
Multiple
bones,
times.
right? You've broken bones.
Yes.
You've had surgeries?
I had, not for pole vaulting, but I did have stitches in my hand one time because I broke a pole and it split my hand completely open. So
Okay. Oh, blood everywhere. Good. And you're sitting there like la-di-da, and you probably got coaches and parents that are freaking out. Riley, we'll be checking in with you throughout the semester. Thank you so much. She has the athlete's perspective, the athlete's point of view of the universe. And again, I had no clue about the Venmo stuff, and Riley just saw the headline and went, yeah, like knowing the story. When we return up next, it's Tony Catalina time. He joined us inside the Charles Schwab studio.
You can hear the Paul Feinbaum Show weekdays 2 to 4 here on the Zone. Presented by Polaris Fund Center. Paul Feinbaum is SEC Country, and Aggieland is SEC Country too. Join Paul weekdays 2 to 4 here on the Zone. Polaris Fund Center, where you can get a $500 rebate on any 450 or 570 Model A TV, or $2,000 cash back on a Polaris XP1000. Polaris Fund Center, where they sell and service fun, not tractors. The voice of the SEC, and you can hear Paul Feinbaum weekdays from 2 to 4 on the Zone.